19% of travelers could be turned back on May 7th for showing the wrong ID. Stay with me for 10 hidden TSA tweaks that will spare you 3-hour lines and triple-digit surprises. Every time you fly in 2025, what's the strangest thing you've ever had confiscated at security? Only 40% of US checkpoint lanes have the new 3D CT scanners in place, so the rest still demand that your 14-inch laptop come out of its sleeve and slide through the belt solo. That rescue bin ballet swallows nearly 6 minutes when 3 passengers fumble at once, often enough to bump you from Group B to Group E. Only 40% of the 2,200 scanners TSA says it needs are deployed, and at the current pace, full rollout is pushed to 2042. Pack light, then breathe. Here's the hidden fee. Miss that early boarding wave and overhead bins vanish, forcing a last-second gate check on some discount carriers that stings worse than a middle seat. Fix it by sliding the laptop into a top-loading microsleeve and laying it flat on your clothes. Officers at Denver and Miami routinely wave bags forward when they spot a naked device, shaving whole minutes. PreCheck is the loyalty booster. In about 120 airports, you can leave electronics packed, but verify the list each quarter as new CT lanes come online. A frequent flyer tested the sleeve trick on a 6-leg mileage run and cut his average screening time to 3 minutes 21 seconds. His verdict is blunt. Worth it, he says, and I still hit the lounge for espresso. Carry the sleeve. Keep the minutes. Why is a creamy jar of peanut butter treated like nitroglycerin at checkpoint 5A? One screw top over 3.4 ounces turns your tote into a rule breaker and can land you in the gate-side repack zone just minutes before doors close. Major hubs dump 2,000 pounds of forbidden liquids and spreadables every month, while smaller fields still pitch hundreds each year. Total magnets. Deep breath here. The science is simple. If it can spill, spread, spray, pump, or pour, the TSA labels it a liquid, peanut butter included. Fix the issue by portioning your spread into single-serve 90-gram cups or sliding the big jar into checked luggage inside a double zip-top bag. Small win, big payoff. A frequent flyer learned the hard way in Orlando when agents flagged her. Picnic kit, forcing an on-the-spot bag check that made her sprint across 3 concourses. After switching to portion cups, she saved 10 minutes per trip on 6 consecutive flights. Regulatory tidbit, medically essential liquid nutrition can ride in carry-ons above the limit if you declare it, though officers may still swab the container for explosives. Pack the cups, skip the sprint. You glide toward gate C23 with a glossy smart suitcase, only to see the agent's smile vanish. If that lithium pack can't pop free, the bag is grounded, and you're juggling underwear and gadgets in front of 24 spectators. Delta, United. An American logged 78 cabin battery fires and 46 gate rejections in 2024. Pure chaos. Total mayhem. Pop, twist, detach. That's it. FAA caps every carry-on battery at 100 watt-hours. Anything bigger needs airline sign-off, and non-removable packs are banned from checked luggage altogether. Delta, United. And American Airlines logged 78 cabin battery fires, 46 gate rejections in 2024. Pure chaos. Total mayhem. Pop, twist, detach. That's it. FAA caps every carry-on battery at 100 watt-hours. Anything bigger needs airline sign-off, and non-removable packs are banned from checked luggage altogether. The hidden fee shows up when the agent slaps a pink checked battery remove tag on your handle. Now the bag rides cargo, your charger rides cabin, and you sprint back to row 36 with one less hand free. The hidden fee shows up when the agent slaps a pink checked battery remove tag on your handle. Now the bag rides cargo, your charger rides cabin, and you sprint back to row 36 with one less hand free. Fix it before you fly. Invest $12 in a quick release kit that lets the cell slide out in 5 seconds. Then tuck it inside a clear slip pouch so scanners read it as a spare. Someone tried the swap on a 10-segment mileage run. He cleared every checkpoint without a secondary bag search and still had juice to film the Northern Lights in Reykjavik. He grinned at the math. 7 minutes saved per leg translates to an entire lounge shower over the course of one trip. Detach early, arrive earlier. Check your departure airport before stuffing that family-size shampoo beside your sneakers. Phoenix and LaGuardia now scan bags with 3D CT units that clear bottles up to 1 liter. Yet 80+ smaller US fields still enforce the 311 cap. Mixed signals, breeze line. When travelers misread the map, officers yanked the bag, swabbed the toiletries, and burn for precious minutes. The difference between overhead space and a gate-side baggage bill. Fix the inconsistency with a two-step ritual. First, pull the TSA's rolling list of CT-equipped checkpoints every quarter. Second, keep a quart-size backup bag ready so you can pivot if a unit is out of service. Regulatory tidbit: 11 medical or infant items. Think liquid prescriptions and baby formula. Ride through any lane at any size if declared. So stash receipts on top for a lightning-fast green light. In Heathrow-style fashion, the agency predicts nationwide CT coverage by 2042. But until then, the rules change zip code to zip code, sometimes carousel to carousel. A travel vlogger filmed side-by-side tests. At JFK, she breezed through with a full bottle of sunscreen. 2 hours later, in Boston, the same bottle cost her a bin search and an upgrade fee when overhead bins filled. Her lesson lands hard. Know your lane, keep your liquids. A marathoner lugging peach-flavored protein powder thought her TSA shuffle was dialed in until Chicago agents lifted the entire 24-ounce tub-like contraband confetti. O'Hare alone dumped 1.7 tons of oversized powders in 2024, while Atlanta binned 1.2 tons. Total waste. The rule is blunt. Any powder above 12 ounces, 350 milliliters, triggers a secondary scan. And if unresolved, the jar is tossed or rerouted to checked bags. Hidden fee: those 10-minute detours pushed latecomers into Zone 5 boarding, where overhead bins are ghosts and involuntary gate checks lurk. Fix it with a 3-pack of pre-measured 90-gram snack bags. Keep them in a clear quart pouch so officers identify granules at a glance, then toss the empties post-workout. Regulatory tidbit: medically necessary powders. Think baby formula or therapeutic meal replacements sail through if declared, but agents may still swab for explosives, so label boldly. She retested on a Boston Phoenix hop, shaving 8 minutes off her screening time and keeping her aisle seat. Her verdict: between sips, packets, beat panic. Pack light, power on. CES spectators gasped as a prototype keep your shoes on scanner misflagged metal eyelets in 1 of every 7 tests. When software hiccups, agents flipped the machine offline, ordering passengers to lace off mid-queue. Average slowdown: 90 seconds per traveler, and a ripple that mangles tight connections at mid-sized hubs. Phoenix pilots expect the devices to process footwear in 2 seconds plus 5 for image review. Field data shows 3-minute resets every 20th scan. Big gap. Breathe easy. Actionable fix: wear metal-free slip-ons and slide them into a tray, even when tech promises otherwise. Seasoned flyers stash thin socks in their jacket pocket to dodge bare floor blues. Loyalty loophole: PreCheck lanes bypass the experiment entirely in most airports until late 2026, so that $78 enrollment still yields the fastest stride. A world hopper clocked both methods on a 6-segment week. Slip-on plus PreCheck beat the scanner line by 11 minutes in Dallas and spared him a missed upgrade. His note to viewers is blunt: shoes off, time's off. Choose slip-ons, skip stress. Still carrying that license without the little gold star. TSA's April briefing warned that travelers without real ID compliant cards will be turned back at every U.S. checkpoint after May 7th. Yet DHS numbers show 80% of flyers already meet the standard, while 1 in 5 still gamble on outdated plastic, missed boarding. Harsh reality. 1 star decides everything. The pain snowballs fast. Agents funnel non-compliant passengers to a manual document table, and a 3-hour rebooking dance can tack on a same-day walk-up fare difference that dwarfs any ticket sale you scored months ago. Fix it now with a dual ID play. Apply for an on-the-spot passport card at certain State Department offices, 3-week turnaround, and stack it with your pending Real ID license so either will clear the podium. Regulatory tidbit: an enhanced driver license from Michigan, Minnesota, New York, Vermont, or Washington already counts as Real ID and works at land borders, saving an extra document. A frequent flyer missed her Vegas connection in May because her out-of-state paper temp license wasn't accepted. The passport card she grabbed a month later sailed her through Denver in 45 seconds and kept the blackjack bankroll intact. Next enforcement wave: federal facilities plan identical scanners by January. Skip the courthouse scramble. Get the star. Imagine David Lee scanning his boarding pass only to spot the dreaded SSSS. His vacation just shrank by a security marathon. Secure Flight's AI cross-check triggers on thousands of common surnames daily, and when facial rec tech misfires, the headache multiplies. NEST tests clocked 0.3% false positives, while DHS data shows 98% of redress applicants are innocent name matches, needless hassles, and total nonsense. SSSS stops smiles cold. David's consequence, an invasive pat-down, swab, and a 30-minute bag autopsy that erased his upgrade window and stranded him in a center seat. Actionable fix: pre-file ADHS trip application the moment you're flagged twice in a year. The free redress control number embeds in your reservation and tells the algorithm you're a verified traveler. Booster 1. Double name trick. Adding a rarely used middle initial can separate you from the watch list doppelganger in most airline systems. Booster 2. Global entry members enjoy biometric identity lanes that bypass manual name checking at 30 US airports. One swipe, zero confusion. One Globetrotter tested both on a South America swing. With her new redress code, she breezed through Houston in under 4 minutes, versus an hour on her previous trip. Her blunt verdict: numbers beat nerves. Detach that battery before you lock the front door. TSA reinforced its portable charger crackdown on March 1st, barring every power bank from checked bags and targeting smart cases whose packs do not snap out. Hidden shock. Gate agents at 7 major airlines report 53 cabin smoke events and 31 gate rejections in 2024, mounting flashpoints, zero excuses. Spare watt hours welcome. Hidden ones grounded. Consequence lands wallet first. If staff tag your bag non-compliant at the jet bridge, you must yank the battery under watch, force check the shell, and hike back to row 38 with cables spilling from your pockets. Lost lounge time. Missed upgrade. Fix the mess with a 3-piece kit. 1. Quick release bracket that frees a 100 watt-hour cell in 5 seconds. 2. Flame retardant slip pouch that TSA scanners recognize as a spare. 3. Printed watt-hour label that proves you meet the FAA 100 watt-hour ceiling. Booster 1. Photograph the battery's ratings beside your boarding pass. Agents clear documented cells 40% faster, according to an internal IOTOS audit. Booster 2. Pack one power bank under 65 watt-hours for short hops. Then borrow airline USB power in flight. Weight down, risk down. One frequent flyer trialed the combo across 4 continents. His average screening time fell to 2 minutes 42 seconds, and not one agent asked for a gate check. Cut the cord correctly, keep the miles. One forgotten apple nearly stripped a traveler of $800 and her global entry. Here's the stealth trap. Agriculture canine units at international arrival halls sniff out produce faster than narcotics dogs. And undeclared fruit invites. An immediate $300 to $500 civil penalty plus secondary inspection. CBP tallied over 11,000 produce seizures and 2,600 fines in 2024 alone. Pure folly. Deep breath now. Consequence snowballs. A single fine flags your traveler profile, delaying every future entry interview and risking a global entry revocation that costs $200, a new application, and an 18-month waitlist. Fix is laughably simple. Declare everything that once grew on a tree or vine, even sealed snacks. Officers may let low-risk items through or route them to the declare and donate bin that feeds airport composters. Regulatory tidbit prepackaged. Shelf-stable fruit cups, often clear with a green stamp if labeled product of USA. Yet fresh produce rarely passes without quarantine. Booster story. A marathoner avoided a 300 fine at lax by listing a single banana on his form. The agent tossed it in seconds, stamped his passport, and he jogged to his connection with minutes to spare. Booster forecast. CBP will roll out mobile agriculture declarations in its app by late 2026. Declare it all. Dodge the dog. Screening hacks are simple. Keep power banks loose, powders portioned, and that star on your license glowing. Saving 6 minutes here and 90 seconds there adds up to 1 more cappuccino before boarding, or an extra cabana hour when you land. If you want the same edge when you pick a seat, catch my next deep dive into the silent 200-fee airlines hide in plain sight. Not financial, legal, or flight advice. Verify with official airline policy.